Second Chances by Madelein Carstens. After the gunshot echoes, the small, dimly lit living room is silent. Dan lies motionless on the floor, his face pale and lifeless. The house is eerily quiet until the landlady's hurried footsteps breaks the stillness. "Oh my God, please, Dan, no!" Panicked, she dials 000, her voice breaking as she sobs. "Help! Please come quickly. I think he shot himself." 2 paramedics arrive and rush to Dan's side. Help him, please," begs the landlady. "You don't understand. Please, I can't believe he actually did this. He really is an angel and..." Realizing what she has said, she stops mid-sentence, buries her face in her hands and whispers, "An angel." "We've got a weak pulse. He's still breathing, but it's shallow. We need to get him to hospital immediately." After carefully moving Dan onto a stretcher, the heart monitor can be heard beeping faintly as they carry him out. The landlady staggers to the credenza and pours herself a large drink. Pete is propped up in a chair gazing out from the window of his hospital room. Pain throbs in his bones, a constant reminder of his failing heart. He runs a hand through his thinning hair, the strands brittle and dull. His phone rings. It's his doctor. "Hi, Doc." "Pete, listen. We've found a match. We have a donor, but, well, it's coming down to the wire. We need to move right now." Pete is silent for a moment, the weight of the doctor's words sinking in. His mind races. He places one hand over his chest as the doctor continues. "This is as close to a perfect match as we could hope for. The tissue compatibility, the blood type, everything lines up. You've been waiting a very long time for this moment, and it's finally here. But there's no time to spare. I'm making the arrangements now." "Wait. Are you absolutely sure? A near perfect match? This is it? After all this time, after everything, this is really happening?" "Pete, I wouldn't be making this call if it wasn't absolutely certain. It's your time this time. Are you ready?" Wide-eyed, he struggles to straighten up in his chair. "Yes, I'm ready, Doc. Let's make it happen." After they hang up, Pete shakes his head in astonishment and mumbles, "Who'd have thought I'd be given a second chance, world?" He quickly dials a memorized number and waits excitedly as it rings, but it goes to voicemail. "Hey, kiddo," he says. "I'm so glad to finally be able to call you. Look, I'm sorry I haven't been in touch, and I'm sorry about not taking your calls. See, I've been a bit under the weather, and I didn't want to tell you, but I can now because I'm going to be okay, man. Yeah, all right. I admit it was wrong, but I know you would have carried on and on like you always do about waiting to turn the tables. This way, I just get to leave you a message and I won't have to listen to you complaining. But seriously, I am sorry for keeping you in the dark. I'll come over as soon as I feel well enough. So get the fishing gear ready, kiddo. It's time to show you once again who's the boss." Pete ends the call with a belly laugh. He decides to phone a few old buddies and have some laughs. Everyone is happy to hear from him. No one dares to ask why he dropped off the radar so suddenly or why he's gotten back in touch now. He has always been a bit of a dark horse, always joking around, never allowing anyone to get too close. His buddies say they're pleased to know he'll be joining the old team again. 15 minutes later, 2 nurses wheel Pete into the sterile brightness of the operating theatre, where at least 6 more nurses and 2 or 3 surgeons are waiting. He tries to steady his breathing as he stares at the ceiling. The beeping of medical equipment echoes around the room. He shifts nervously on the operating table, his body cool beneath a white sheet, an IV drip in his arm. With a twinkle in his eye, he jokes, "More ambient light, thanks, and some incense. Maybe some romantic music would be nice, guys. This place ain't for sissies. I'm surprised you get so many customers." The nurse closest to him smiles. "No time for stuff like that, Pete. We like to move fast here," she says and winks. One of the surgeons checks Pete's vitals, kind eyes reassuring him from above his blue mask. "Okay, Pete," he says. "It's time to get going on this 6-hour operation. You are a very lucky man. We're going to give you a brand new heart. You're going to make it." "Thanks, Doc. I still can't believe I'm getting a second chance at life." Feeling a little sleepy now, his voice begins to slur. "See you on the other side." Hearing some of the nurses talking as they take their places next to him, his head falls slightly to the side and he sees a body, completely covered by a white sheet on the operating table beside his. More nurses are positioning themselves around the second table. Pete whispers to himself, "I should have at least asked for that poor person's name." He decides to try and track down the donor's family as soon as he's able, to thank them in person. One of the nurses brush against the donor's white sheet and it slips sideways, revealing the face of his younger brother Dan. Pete's breath catches in his throat as he struggles to comprehend what is happening. He wants to speak, but the anesthesia is taking hold. Barely audible now, he whispers, "No, not Dan. No." Darkness descends. His eyes close, leaving the tragic irony of his second chance hanging in the sterile air of the operating room.